I'll take us a little bit. I just went home recently, back to Massachusetts. My nephew he just turned 7 at his 7th birthday. I went home, and I was talking to his mom, and she was like, I was like, how are things, blah, 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 how's the kid? And then she kind of stopped, she was like, not bad, like, but he's kind of going through a little bit of like a Tattletale phase right now. And I was like, oh, okay. And she kind of like, she's like, it's whatever, it's not a big deal. And we just kind of moved on. But I could tell it kind of bothered her. And so we're at the birthday party, and it's just me and her, and she goes, I have to leave real quick. She's like, if she like ice or cups or something. And she's like, do you mind watching the kids for like 10, 15 minutes? And I was like, sure, yeah, no problem, I can do that. So she leaves, and it's just me and the kids there. I'm the only adult as far as they're concerned, because they don't know that I'm 32 doing comedy with 3 roommates. So I'm the only adult there as far as they know. Anyway, so I'm hanging out with the kids, and sure enough, my nephew comes up to me like just in a couple minutes, and he starts coming to me, and he starts tattling on one of the other kids at the party. He's like, Jeremy was doing blah blah blah. And I'm just like, all right, dude, well, that's fine, man. You can probably handle that on your own. You're a big kid now. You can manage that. You don't need to tell me about it. And all right, he runs off. Like 5 minutes later, he comes back to me, and he's like, Alex said this, and that's not true. And I was just like, dude, that's okay. He's not hurting anybody, so you don't have to agree with everything he says. That's fine. You can disagree with people and still do your thing. You're a big kid. Get back out there. So he goes back out. 6 minutes later, he comes back again and starts tattling, blah blah blah, dude, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, dude, come here. Like, I was like, listen, you're my nephew. I love you. I know it's your birthday. It's like, but I gotta tell you, you cannot be a tattletale man. I was like, you just can't do it. And he's like, and he just looked at me with like honest, like innocent kid face, and he was just like, why? And I was like, all right, here's like a teacher. I had a moment to like teach him something. So I was like, all right, how can I explain this to him? I was like, I gotta relate it in some way. I was like, you know how bullies are bad? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, you're kind of being a bully in a different way. And he's like, no, I'm not. Like, no, you're like, because like you're operating on the same philosophy as a bully, right? You're not. Some bullies hit kids. Some bullies say mean things. But the whole point is to just knock other people down to build yourself up, and that's what you're doing. You're trying to be like this moral, you're trying to look better than them and make them look bad and knock them down. And I was like, if you want to be the tallest building in the city, you don't knock the other buildings down. You build yourself up, And I was like, it also is just kind of like you're looking for attention, sort of. That's what it feels like. And that's okay if you want attention, but like do it in a good way. And I could tell he couldn't quite. I was like, okay, I think the building metaphor was a little too heavy for a 7-year-old. So he looks at me and I go, all right, I gotta relate this to him, like, and why don't I tattle on people? I was like, all right, I don't tattle on people because I could not get through a day of work if I was a tattletale and like at work. You can't do that. You can't go like, Mark was stealing office supplies and Jess came in late. No one wanted to, everybody hate you. So I was like, all right, and kids already get asked all the time, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? So I was like, that's perfect, it's my perfect end. I was like, all right, man, here's why you can't be a tattletale, all right? What do you want to be when you grow up? And he looks at me and he just says, a leftist journalist for the New York Times reporting on culture? I was like, all right, you know what? Actually, you just keep doing what you're doing, buddy. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, don't even worry about. Uncle Steve-O was wrong this time, man. Actually, a little bit of advice. I want you to be successful. Have you tried just making shit up about the kids? Like, I noticed you were totally telling the truth the whole time. And if anybody disagrees with you, call them a fucking Nazi, man. Just call them. Do you know what a Nazi is? You don't. They haven't taught you that? Okay, well, what a Nazi it was somebody who, like, they were like a fascist who committed war crimes and genocide, but now it's just people with, like, moderately conservative viewpoints. Hey, by the way, also, I don't love you anymore. Okay, guys, you've been great. Thanks so much.